Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making myself a new journal. So what I'm doing is using some paper bags that I've had lying around in my stash for a long time, and I am going to make a little journal out of it. So here I am folding my paper bags in half. It doesn't matter which way. I use the bottom part, folded part on the paper bag as a pocket, so it's a little place to put cards and whatnot, and I use the opening part of the bag just to slip some extra pages, maybe a card or whatever I want this particular journal to be. So here I am just folding my journals and getting them ready and I have quite a few, my bags, and I have quite a few to go. So this time I'm making a real big journal, a thick one. So here I am getting my coloring books. I decided to use this one here with common coloring patterns for the pages to decorate them. The last time I made a journal book I did use scrapbooking paper, and this time I decided to use my coloring pages. So I made patterns for the outer square on one part of the paper bag and the bottom flap where the fold is, and the little piece in between the fold where it would be like a little pocket opening. So I have three different little shapes. They're just a little bit different, the rectangles. Anyway, I cut this out and then I just start gluing them with my glue stick to my paper bag. So I'm just trying to get as many different patterns because I want to flip around and make sure all the patterns are different and play with it. I do not know yet what I want to make this journal for, but I'm sure I will figure something out to do with it, and hopefully you guys will follow along. But I thought it would be really fun to make another journal and then play with it afterwards. This is quite a process of gluing all the pieces on, but it was really fun. It wasn't tedious at all. I enjoyed it. And so I just glued my pieces. Here's the inner flat part. I glued this down here as a pocket, and then there's my outer part on the bottom of the square, and that's it. So then I go through the bags to do the other squares that are left behind, but right now I'm just doing these pieces here. And then I try to make sure that they're all alternate pages and everything looks pretty neat. You can paint on these, you can add laces, pockets, all sorts of things. It's nice to use the coloring pages and then some solid scrapbooking pages on it for embellishments and add additional pockets and whatnot. But today I'm just planning on making the bag, and the next time we will start working in it. So don't know what's going to happen yet. This is kind of the process I go through. I do the inner pieces and then I go and do the outer squares, and it's just my process. You guys can do it any way you want. I just do the outer or inner. I flip them back and forth too, so not all the pages are the same direction. Some of them will be like a layout like this one where 2 pages are square side by side. Some of them will be flip the other way where the pockets are and one side is on the inside. So it doesn't matter. I just don't worry about that. I just put it together and have fun doing it. Now that I'm ready for my outer cover, I use 2 bags. So what I'm doing is gluing 2 bags together. I'm gluing the bottom of my bag where my fold is up halfway, or a little more than halfway, measuring depending on the size of your bags. And then I want to make a cover and make sure it closes. I can use anything from cardstock to anything that I want, but today I want to use the paper bags. And I'm doing a different kind of bag today, journal, than I did last time. I had holes put through it and I had eyelets and whatnot. Today I am gluing my signatures right into the bag, this paper bag back. So I'm making a spine, and there's my spine. It's got penciled in. I'm going to glue down all my flaps and make sure everything is secure. Then I'm going to fold this in, burnish that a bit, and then the other side, and then that's rectangle that I have the pencil in, that's going to be all glued in. That's where my signatures go. So I just put PVA glue, Elmer's glue, down in there. Make sure I have all my backs in the right spot and I'm gluing it all right. And I'm going to put the glue down in there, and then I'm going to add some glue on my signatures as well, and then let it dry. So here I am just adding some to my signatures. and then I let it dry for a bit, and then I go through each page with the metal ruler and press them down and make sure they're all pushing against the back of the spine. And this is what I'm doing here, is pushing down my signatures and even opening some of my pages that might have got stuck together, just to make sure they open all the way down to the end as well. And I'm just pushing it down to the spine, and like I said, making sure that none of the pages are stuck at the bottom together, and it really works well. So then I just hold it up with 2 paint bottles or whatever you can hold up with, and then I just let it dry for a bit. Here I am just adding what leftover pieces of coloring pages that I cut up to make the cover and the back cover, and I'm just gluing those together, and I'm also going to glue something on the spine. And then at this point, this will be the end of my making of the journal, and then we just got to figure out what we are going to do. If this is going to be a glue journal, is this going to be a painted journal? The paper bag parts are really cool to put ephemera in and stuff like that, so it could be a gifted journal, and you decorate some pages. It's a fun and easy way to make a journal, and I find that it does work really well and lasts pretty good, and it's fairly strong. Now here I'm just putting some bigger pieces of coloring books, because I might make cards out of those and glue them onto cards, but I'm putting it inside the paper bag opening part here, because I just think that's what I'm going to do, is if I'm going to have a little art card in there. And for now I'll just leave that like that, and later on I might put a little card in the little bottoms folding flaps that I have at the bottom, but for now that's what I'm going to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and give it a try. It's an easy way to make a journal, and yeah, thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys think about this little easy paper bag and coloring book journal in the comments below, and maybe some suggestions of what kind of journal you would like to see this turn into. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye bye for now.